This video is sponsored by the Design Mechanism, the makers of Mithras. Mithras is a registered trademark of the Design Mechanism Inc., used with permission. All rights reserved.
Okay, so before I turn you on, Captain, remember it's you're not. They can only hear me at the moment, so you're wasting all your good. Okay, then, right. I'm turning on now. Don't you dare say anything. Right.
So about the Ukraine thing.
Well done, Fisher. You're the only person in the right place today. Nobody.
I try. Extra luck point. You should do that.
What? Whoever gets it
in the right place, yeah, like luck point lottery.
We could, but I'm not.
But you don't want to. No.
I don't want to. No. Oh no, actually, yeah, we should, because I'm always in the right place.
Right place.
Yeah, that's how you get your luck points.
So I should get a luck point. I was thinking when I was putting
using them.
Say again.
So unfortunately, banned from using.
Yeah,
them.
I'm banned from using luck point. I was trying to decide, what do players think about? Be careful. Have you seen that Instagram reel about D&D? It reminded us of so much because he says something like, "I'll take the nail and put it in the hole," and then he goes, "Don't," and he goes,
"It's a grandma's hole."
Yeah, don't. He said,
"I'm going to pound it."
I think he says something about jackhammering it or something that.
You can go that way.
So, yeah. Anyway, before we go live, before we sort of like start to play, as a GM, I'm checking everything, making sure the storyline's right, making sure all the tokens are up and running. What do players think about before playing the game? Is it something you sort of like?
Oh my God, I've got to describe my character 1,000th time.
You lost me at the word think.
Do you sit down and ponder your notes, or do you just think,
"Oh crap, notes"?
Yeah.
Or do you suddenly think, "Oh, I've got to play tonight," and that's it?
It's all cicadas and tumbleweeds.
I see.
My notes are rubbish. My notes say vampire birds, nightshade willows, and that's it.
I don't.
So
duty of care, it says, because we did our work. It's like, oh my God.
So Nightshade is the alchemist, isn't it? Isn't she? And then,
Hopefully, thank you.
yeah, Marshwillow is the girl
Sweet girl, Marshmallow, thank you.
Yeah, that Caramon allowed to get attacked because because he was hiding in a tree.
I was no part of that at all. Literally no part. I stayed well away.
Well away.
Ninja.
So I have to say, at the moment, I'm looking at rules in Classic Fantasy Imperative, Classic Fantasy, and Mithras, all at the same time. It's interesting.
Don't they supersede each other? Yes.
No.
Doesn't the Classic supersede Imperative?
No. Imperative Oh, hang on. Which way round did you say? Imperative comes after Classic Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's like an update. So they're going to release another update to Classic Fantasy.
Yeah. So it's a bit like the Befuddle cantrip that Calmore used isn't in Classic Fantasy. It's only in Classic Fantasy Imperative.
Imperative. Right. Yeah.
And I think there's no class abilities for mages in Classic Fantasy, but there are.
They're in Imperative.
Yeah.
They're not even in the Unearthed Companion. They're not even in that. They're only in Imperative.
Yeah. That's the only place that they're.
So they're going to redo and relaunch Classic Fantasy 2.0.
Well, I don't know, but I was thinking, I don't know where an Unearthed Companion would sit then, so
that's the thing. I need. It'd be nice if you got when you got it delivered, it'd be like have punched holes in it, so you put a binder and add the extra pages in between.
Oh yeah,
like the 2nd edition Monster Manual stuff.
That's it. I was about to say that there was a D&D book like that, and it was a big binder, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first 2 volumes of the Monstrous Compendium came with binders, and all the rest were just inserted into those binders. It was great. I love that.
It's the best way to go. Update, bang it in the binder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's good. I've forgotten all about
Harn
that.
Didn't come with a binder. The Harn stuff did come, however, with the sections individually numbered within the section. So you were intended to tear the books apart and stick them in binders and organize them. So long as the sections stayed together, you could put those sections in any order. In
any order you wanted. Yeah. Do you know, the only D&D book that I can't find, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, 1st edition, is Fiend Folio. And I must have bought it at some time because I remember using it. It had a very characteristic art style in it.
Yeah.
But it's the only one I cannot find. I can find all the others, including things like deities and demigods.
Have you checked the last place you're going to look? Because that's where it always is.
Well, yes.
So you should look there first.
Yeah, exactly. I need a wife so I can say, where was it? And she'll be able to say, there. Straight away. Or where you left it.
My wife, nor my ex-wife, cannot find all my technical readouts and things that I have somewhere.
Oh, wow.
My mother's probably got them in the attic.
Yeah, because I found a lot of the books when we sorted out the garage because it was getting knocked down, and that's where I found a whole load of books. But I still cannot find Fiend Folio, so I have no idea. Anyway,
you can't have mine.
I'll find it. It's not like it's too big to be chucked out, if you know what I mean. It's not sort of like thing that I said, oh, I don't need that anymore, and chuck it. So, but we will see. Anyway, let's make a start because otherwise it'll be time for the break.
And next week I'll be playing.
And this is the bit that you think about beforehand, how to describe your character. So I'm expecting some really juicy descriptions today. And as always, we'll start with you, Mr. Pickles. Set the standard, please, Pickles.
I'm Pickles.
What have you dropped the mister?
Well, I mean, the Mister's always optional, I guess. It's sort of like a title. Anyways, I'm Mr. Pickles, and I play Belle, who is our gnome rogue. She has all of the traditional rogue trappings, which I go over every week. But I just thought I'd talk for a moment about the fact that she has all of the party's loot on her. And I noticed that one of my passions was that she loves metal coins. Like, just the feel of them apparently is just great. So everybody's like, no, I guess she is trustworthy because she would scream and cry if she lost any coins.
That is true.
But I don't know if we were all doing a bit
like a
where we
free
don't
banker.
do any. Yes, I am the bank player. But like I don't know if we were all doing a bit that we don't do any prep. Like when I join a game, usually the first part of like waiting for things to start is looking at all the abilities I have. Like, since when did
Ah,
I have magic resistance as a gnome rogue? It's just one of those things
yes.
where I always forget what I have, so it's what I do to prepare.
I I always forget that you've all got like dark vision or ultra vision. That's why I forget in
Dark
this
vision.
game, because I just sort of, oh, hang on, they can see everything, then that's it. Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to pass it on to the person who prepares the most for his introduction, Captain Kangaroo.
Hi everyone. I am Captain Kangaroo. I definitely have lots of notes. None of them pertain to D&D, but they're on my computer anyways. I try to figure out stuff from like 2011 and stuff. I don't
The
know what
most on
that
his
means.
neighbor.
Yeah, he's like Bitcoin question mark, but never really got into it. I play what's his name?
Abrasive.
Brasive, yeah. I play Brasive. He's he's a big half orc fighter. He has nice big juicy throbbing forearms with the black veins going through them. That reach out to
This is
big large
rude. I know this
biceps.
is rude.
Mhm.
Well, you said you want juicy details. I'm just trying to
I was just waiting for Pickles to say something about 5 minutes.
Actually, here's the big thing about Brasive is I'm trying to figure out what his what his accent is because it doesn't make any. I'm not consistent with it so far, so I'm still kind of just figuring that out, fishing through it. Again, I started initially as like kind of a Jason Statham kind of thing.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
Yeah, and then but then I started like, you know what? What if I made it look more like a rough Cockney kind of accent or something like that? I don't know.
Inspector Clouseau.
Inspector Clouseau.
There's a bin.
Does your dog
What's
bite?
going on here?
So have you decided on an accent?
Uh,
I thought it was
will,
getting...
we'll see. We'll see how I do.
I was
we'll
getting-
see how
I thought Braveheart.
Well, I thought it was a bit Sean
Up there,
Connery at once or twice
Well, no,
last time.
that's the other character I play, which
Have you considered
Dr.
Peter
Lynn.
Lorre?
I don't know. I'll look him up and I'll just I'll make it
Hello.
confusing for the audience, and you can't tell if I'm playing a character or 17 different NPCs.
Yeah.
But I'll pass the microphone to Medevac to continue on his juicy description of his
Why,
character.
thank you. I shall make it so juicy with my new orange juice. Look at
Oh.
that.
Nice.
Juicy. Anyway,
Juicy.
I'm Medevac and I play Ida, the elven cleric. She is a follower of Nisa, a goddess of protection, caring, the usual for a cleric. Also cheap shopping. Sorry, that's an English thing. Don't worry about it. She has the usual powers of. Sorry, go.
Does Ida have a second name?
Home.
That was
No.
It's
Oh,
don't
down
know.
was it down? Ida Downey.
I'm going to add it to your character.
So before we get Emil's distracted here, sorry. She has the usual abilities of a cleric, turn undead, etc. She heals. And she can also use medicine to heal, which one of our watchers reminded me of through the week. He says, looking first aid, there we go, which would be useful rather than wasting spell slots.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's my bad. That and also pulling the thing out of the girl wouldn't have hurt her because what did he say about it? Let's see what.
Is this
Bear with me.
rude?
No, it's not rude. No,
All right.
one of our watchers says, "Did you use cure wounds?" What I mean is, if you have a heal skill, you may remove a weapon without doing damage to a person. See page 46 in the Mistress Main rulebook of the surgery. There we go. That's from Merc 1PZ.
Yes.
Mm.
That is true. I think that's in Mithras, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
So it should carry across this, shouldn't it? I think. But anyway,
No.
I digress. Yeah, she's awesome. Really, she's very good. She's yeah. And with that, I shall pass on to Fishy because I got sidetracked
to someone you can't remember who, but
anybody.
whoever
Yeah.
it
Is it my turn yet?
Take the mic. Chuck the mic in the air. Somebody grab it.
Hello, I'm Fishy, and I will be playing Cadamore Blackmane, who is basically a bit of a spoilt posh boy who knows a bit of magic and thinks he's better than everyone else, but he's completely and utterly wrong, and who desperately needs to learn Magic Missile.
Yeah.
Burning Hands is not the best spell when you've got a mixed environment in the middle of a forest. So
That is
not
true.
ideal, really. It's great if you're being mobbed, but not so good if all of the enemies are standing next to one of your friends. I think that's about all you need to know about Caramore, really. He's a git. That's about it. That's pretty much all the important information about him. But he's fun to play.
He's fun to play.
Back to Inwills.
Thank you. Right. The players have their own house in the area after.
Hang on, sorry, 1 second. In Wills, who you playing tonight? That's how you get the monster list for the night.
Literally everyone else in the world.
Everyone else in the world, including Grandma. So the party have a house because they saved a village. They've cleared out a mine that the villagers are now going back to, and they're now got staff working at their house. They have a handy man, odd job man, butler, and they also have a cook and a housekeeper. However, they have set off to help the village again because they love them, and they're heading off to some hot springs that the villagers used to use, but apparently now there's a great beast there. They got through a flock of vampire birds last week. And there's also a beast roaming the countryside. And Mary Jo, I think her name is, has handed over half a locket for them to find her fiance, her boyfriend that went missing some time ago. So there's lots going on there. As players, you can't see this because we're on a different map on this main screen. They camped at the purples. They camped at the red site, and then they've moved forward. I'll move you onto it, and then you can remind yourselves where you are. So you camped there, and then this is the second place to camp because you decided to camp a little bit away from the hot springs, just for safety reasons. And if you remember, you had all slept through the night. I think we had nighttime. Had we had nighttime or not?
Yeah, we did.
And these purple crosses on the map were piles of rubbish or detritus, and there seemed to be bits of bones, etc., on them or in them. The party hadn't taken a close look at them or anything like that, but yeah, that's where we left it. So magic points will be replenished, as will luck points. You've got 2 heroic points left. So remember that'll give you a guarantee success on any roll, even if you roll a bad roll. And yeah, we'll pick up from that point. So we've had the sleepies. You've woken up, and you seem to be in a rather marshy area. You were going through the woods, and it seems to start to open up slightly. You can see these parts are water. You can see mounds up, and you can see that the trees are still there, but becoming a little bit sparser at this time, or sparse. Right, so hang on, let me get my iPad. Yeah, so what would you like to do?
I'd like for Caramore to stop getting traumatic flashbacks to events that didn't involve him, but were my Mythras character instead.
Yeah.
I've developed an antipathy towards swamps.
Oh, yes, you don't like swamps.
Not at all.
Right. Oh, yes, that's happening today. I forgot about that.
Death. I'm gonna move towards one of the X's, probably the one closest to us. I just want to kind of pick at it with a stick to see if anything is it droppings?
Okay, so you what does everybody else want to do as Brasive goes to point
Pick some shit.
Yeah, some
I want to join him on this investigation.
Okay.
But I want to let him do the prodding. Like he prods the trap, I just examine the trap.
Yeah, I
Move in that
will
direction,
be
but
there
hang
as
back a
backup
bit.
in case you hurt yourself.
With your first aid skill.
I'll be there behind, going, "Oh my god, you just cut your arm all open." Blood.
Caramore, there's a few trees around if you wish to take cover.
It's a good thought. It's a good thought. Actually, yeah, it is a very good thought. I'm just going to sort of. I will move up and observe what's going on, but keeping my back to a tree. It worked last time.
So, do you have any, Bell and Brasive, do you have any specific skill you would like to use here?
Yes.
I do right now.
Okay then.
I like to do lore magical beasts.
And Bell?
Well, I'm looking for anything that could be useful. So I have commerce, and if it applied, I have mechanisms. Oh, like you said, this is general items, right? There might be coins or something in these piles.
Okay then. So you Brasive finds a suitable stick and starts to. That was a good roll. You start to sort of like ferret around in it. There does seem to be some bones in there. It doesn't look as if they're human. They look more animal bone-like. You also notice that there's bits of scraps of cloth, very dark and matted and unrefined cloth. There's bits of bone, there's bits of sticks, there's a broken clay pot. It's as if somebody has taken all their rubbish and sort of like dumped it out here.
Interesting.
Oh. I was thinking it was like there was a cart that got like a merchant cart that got attacked, and they just had stuff that got thrown everywhere. So that's why I was thinking maybe there might be valuables.
Yeah, there's no valuables. It definitely looks like waste products or broken, but it looks as if somebody's filled up a bucket full of stuff, walked a little way onto the swampy land, upturned it to empty it, and then walked away. And you can see these are dotted around the place, all the purple.
Fly tippers.
Yeah, fly tipper.
Do these look like they were freshly done, like that somebody may have dumped this a day ago, or does it look like months old, maybe years?
It's definitely months old. It's definitely not something recent at all.
The
So I'm guessing.
expiration date on this sandwich bag.
I'm guessing that this is just remnants from the hot springs up north. The villagers did say they used to go down this way, so if they were tossing trash alongside the road, that just sounds like America, or whatever country we're in.
Don't say America. Banner make an appearance.
Yeah, I felt immediately guilty for trying to summon Banner.
Someone save
Banner.
Don't kill Brasive. Don't kill Brasive.
Grin Gummy Scum.
That must mean we're on the right
Braces.
path to the spring, the spa.
Not a very good
Brace
path, is it?
Bracer's gonna stand up, look around. Goblins love trash. And then he's gonna walk off, head north, see if he can.
If they love trash, they would have kept the trash.
Stupid.
I mean, they keep trash in their dens. And I guess I'll follow behind Brasive.
Okay.
Right.
Is the
I'm a
plan?
little unclear on all this, Ida. Is
Yeah,
this what they call trash talk?
It is, yes. Do you remember the mines when we went down there? The goblins there, they had trash in other rooms, didn't they?
They
Yeah, They
did.
filled the rooms with trash.
Loads around the back.
Is that sort of like the order you would like to be in, or do you wish to reorder yourselves?
That's a good defensive order.
I'm not
Having
sure I
Ida
like
at the
this
back.
being at the back thing. that
Bracer will
suddenly
pick
happened.
up Belle and use her as a shield. No.
Are you going at the back,
Um,
Caramel?
Well, I wasn't intending to, but apparently Ida has other ideas.
I think if
She's-
we're doing more of an offensive strategy, then we
Mm.
want Bell at the back and have Ida second. Just
Okay.
because having our two melee people up front would mean we're going
Oh,
in, but
no, totally
good-
agree.
a good defense would be like having you at the back, Ida. So if
No,
we're going
because
offensive, then I'll be at the back.
If I get taken out from behind,
Yeah, that's not great.
no, I should never be at the back.
Well, I mean, you have a suit of armor on and a heavy mace. I have
I'm
a
a
little bit of leather
lady.
and some string and a little like toothpick.
Yeah, but I'm a lady. I do
Joseph,
ladies
can you go at
things.
the front and the back?
Give me a rock star soon sort that out.
As
Yes,
you
we should definitely discuss this a little bit more, guys. I feel like we haven't really figured out which way to do this.
No,
This
I'll go
is,
at the back, but
I
I'll
think,
be
very
keeping an
pertinent
eye out behind me.
information.
oh, is the mage going second now? Then?
Apparently.
Yep.
Oh no.
You did say you have like a burst spell or something?
Oh yes, that is true.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
at
I
the
think it's
moment,
called
unless
burst
if we're
into
attacked
tears.
From behind, if we're attacked from behind, then that's a problem because then I accidentally burn both Bell and Ida. But if we're attacked
No,
from the
it's
front,
fine.
I only set fire to Brasive. That'll be cool.
You
Does
want-
Brasive have a shield?
No, I think
it
he
does,
has.
it does now.
Brasive
Oh,
has
no, yeah,
Brasive has everything on his equipment list. He just picks and chooses what he.
Yeah.
Kinda. I do have a shield on my list.
I know, but you normally fight with an axe. I think.
I do.
I do
I
have
don't have
Arm
it
the
out.
blade sideways, and then it's a shield.
Brasive, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Why just smell the freaking mage's farts?
No. The mage's bottom is directly in line with Bell's head at the moment because of the height difference.
Oh, failed.
It's burning hands.
do you wish to lock the roll or leave it?
I'll luck it and
Okay.
reverse it so that way you guys can tell us some narrative news.
So just to let you, Darthy End in the chat said, do the old D&D strategy of having the shortest in the front so spellcasters behind can fire over their heads. I remember that so much. You always put your dwarven fighter at the front so the mage can fire, or a missile weapon user.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ranger in the second place with a bow.
Yeah.
Well, until they jump.
Until what?
They jump.
A jump. Oh,
The dwarf fighter is just going to be like, oh, the guy with burning hands is behind me. I better start hopping around.
Just singe the top of his head. Brasive, as you start walking, leading the way in, because you are completely the best fighter around. You see something up ahead. I'm just going to pop this token on to represent it. Can you see it on the map all right?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Okay.
I see someone who
Yeah.
wants to sniff what my axe smells like.
It seems to be a human. Seems to be wearing some kind of tunic, almost like cut off breeches. Is that right? Trousers.
No. Okay.
On his legs. He's bare chested and bare armed. He seems to have quite long hair, which you are instantly jealous of, but he seems to be almost like curled up, fetus style, and he has his back to you. So he's curled up facing the other way, but you can see his back. And he just seems to be there very still.
Does it look like he's seen us?
Do you put your... Don't they put their fist up in action films when everybody has to start?
Well, I know these people are completely clueless. I have no idea what that means.
He's curled up fetus style facing the other way, so you can just see his back. So he doesn't look like he's moving or anything like that from where you are.
I'm gonna try to signal for them to stop. Hopefully they are looking ahead and at me. And then I'm gonna crouch down and see if I can slightly probably sneak my way over to the tree behind him, or is that a bush?
Which one are you looking at? Ping it.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, there you are.
Oh yeah, that's a tree.
Tree. Yeah, I'm going to try to sneak to the tree behind him.
Okay then. What's the rest of you doing? You get the signal from Brasive to stop, and then he sort of like points at his eyes and points like this. Then he does like this.
They don't know for sure because I did this, which either means stop or I'm constipated, and I don't.
I thought it was just he was hoping Caramel was closer to him and wanted to punch him in the face.
Why would constipation have a sign? I
don't know. Sorry,
it's necessary
to be able to impart this information.
That's how you regulate his anger
SAS.
levels.
I am constipated.
I'm a little consty right now. I can't really do this today.
So Caramel and Belle and Ida, you can see this body now that...
Right, I'm running over.
Okay. Hang on. And Caramel and Belle, what are you going to do?
I was just going to move forward to... looks like there's a rock there, so I was just going to move forward there to where there's better footing and stand there for the moment.
Okay. And so Belle.
Sort of bearish.
With my sling in hand, I would like to, as best I can, hide in the shadows and try and creep over to a more advantageous position to get a better view of them. And if they're hostile, then maybe do like a range attack at them. That
okay, then. So
like over here.
Okay, so you can start moving your way
Yeah.
up there. Brasive, can you roll your stealth for me, please?
Yeah, really trained up. Just make sure y'all aware. Oh, ho,
So you slowly, you sort of like crouch down and you're going through a bit of water, so you're gently
Wade
moving your
through.
feet. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, Ida comes running past, going splash, 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 as she gets up. So you'll get to the person first, Ida. Yeah, he looks human and he's curled up back to you. He seems to have quite long hair.
I'm going to kneel down, shake him, and say, "Hi, I'm Ida, first aider.
Yeah, so
What's the nature of your medical emergency?"
You kneel down and sort of like shake him and turn him somewhat to you, and he sort of like wakes up and he sort of like blinks a few times and says, "Where am I?"
You are in a swamp. Where'd you come from?
Ah, oh, I can't remember.
I think he's a nightmare
You
player
can't
who's been
remember.
somehow transported here. First words were, "Where am I?"
He says, "What is this place?"
You're in the forest land on the way to the hot springs. As I'm trying to find hot springs.
Hot springs.
Mm.
Well, you know what
So
they say,
north
hot
of you,
springs
some
eternal.
hot springs.
As
So-
Some of
you
the cold springs, but a little warmer.
as you continue to chat to him, Ida, you do notice that he's got something round his neck, which appears to be the second part of the amulet that
Ah,
Mary Jo talked
MJ.
about. MJ, yeah, talked about. You can see it. It seems to, in places, it looks like it may be, as if somebody's tugged on it. There seems to be sort of like red marks on his neck round the amulet. It's just like a piece of leather, like a leather shoelace holding it on.
Did she ever give us his name?
Yeah,
yes. But I can't remember what it was.
I can't. Just looking at my notes.
Mr. Pickles will know it.
That's a funny name.
The names of our help.
The name
Mary
of
Jo.
person. Is it Michael or like Brandon or some other
Billy,
basic? Like,
Billy. Is it Billy?
yes,
Billy's the guy we're trying to save. Louis
Yeah,
is
Billy.
our butler, and Bianca is our maid that spits in our stew if you make her mad.
Oh, I love it how you say Bianca.
Is it
I would
Bianca?
say no. We'll go. It sounds a lot posher when you say Bianca. I would just say Bianca.
Yeah.
Bianca. So yes. So
Richard! Sorry.
this looks like the other half of the amulet. So this Billy? That is the name of the
It
person.
is Billy. Right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So gently, I'll ask him, do you remember Mary Jo?
Mary Jo. You do notice as he says the name, he almost like involuntary reaches up and touches the amulet. But his brow is furrowed and he frowns and it's almost as if he's trying to think about it, and he just says, "No. Are you Mary Jo?"
No, I'm not. I'm Ida. Ida Joe. Did I try casting? Oh, I don't have it. Do I have it? Remove curse. Cure fear.
Or
Brayson
no,
is
I
still
don't.
sneaking around.
well, I was just about to say, all of a sudden, Brasive appears from the cover of the tree, and this guy does the classic scooting back on his using his legs to push on, and he just sort of like whoa, and he sort of like backs up some distance as
Billy,
Brasive.
don't worry. He's with me.
Billy.
Brayson still has an axe like ready to swipe and just like looking back, darting his eyes back and forth at both
Hand
Ida
up,
and the other guy.
Yeah, I've got my hand up saying stop. Yeah, that's stop. But I closed my fist like you did, and I'll stick one finger up.
I remember some last words. Billy, don't be a hero. Don't make a fool of your life.
No. You went there.
And as Billy started to go. No, she doesn't say that, but I just thought it would be good. He looks very unsure and not aware of what's going on at all.
Billy, your fiance Mary Jo sent us to find you. She has the other half of your necklace to prove who she is. You went out one day and you never came back, and she was very worried about it. So she sent us to find you.
He just looks confused, and you do notice, Ida, that it's as if he keeps almost remembering something, then involuntarily touching the amulet. And then he sort of like noticed that he's doing that and stops. Can you roll your first aid or healing skill for me, please? Either or, if you have healing. Nice roll. 45 out of 45 for your... You notice something strange as you sort of like look him over in a medical sense. The first thing is that he's got no shoes or boots on. But his feet don't seem to bear any injuries or anything like that. However, you do notice that he's got on his body, he seems to have some claw marks, those 3 slashes as if some kind of claw or talon has been raked through him. And he seems to have a bite mark on his left side in between his ribs and the pelvis, if that makes sense. That bit that has no...
Soft bit.
Yeah. And you can see that he's definitely got like teeth marks on both the front and the back, as if
someone's been nibbling on his muffin top.
Yes.
Is it like the vampire birds?
It looks bigger than that. It looks more like it was a set of teeth that went above and below. So,
Billy, what happened to your side?
He sort of like, my side? And you sort of like point at it, and he looks down and goes, oh my God, what's that? And he sort of like fingers it, and it's definitely sort of like scar tissue now. It's not fresh or anything like that. He says, should I be worried about this?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what happened to you, Billy. But I'll feel around that wound and see if there's anything like been put in there.
Yeah, you sort of like kneel down, and he's quite flinchy to start off with, but once your caring hands touch him through your scale gauntlets, it seems to be old. It's definitely an old wound.
How old are we talking? Roughly, sorry. Will I be able to tell that?
Yeah, well, it's healed up, and there's no blood marks on it.
Okay.
You know it's been there for quite some time.
I'm gonna waste a spell here
Ooh.
because I'm gonna just bear with me, Billy. I'm just gonna cast something on you to make sure there's nothing horrible on you, and I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Ooh, nice.
Billy?
I'd be wary of using the term "bear with me" because out of character, I still think he's a werebear.
Oh, thank you. I was just looking up. Cast either on a specific target, so we're going for a specific target. That eliminates all other kind of magic in the area effect. The exception to this would be magical items and victims of beguiling type spells such as Charm Person.
Okay.
The spell effects cannot be partially eliminated. Oh yeah, that's to say. If it fails to eliminate any spell because of the spell's magnitude is too high, then the spell ends. So what's the magnitude? Well, it takes you 2 actions to cast.
It's magnitude 2, yeah.
So it's 1 point per intensity.
But in which case, I'll do like a intensity 3.
Yeah, so that'll take 3 power points, yeah?
Yep.
Nice. So roll your channeling, isn't it, in this game, I think? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, 59 out of 71. That's absolutely fine. You cast Dispel Magic over them in this sort of like general area, and Bracif turns into a gnome. No, he doesn't.
You lose.
They got me.
You cast it over him. Nothing seems to glow or ping or dispel. He looks a bit unnerved by the whole thing, but there definitely seems to be no magic on him.
Billy, have you seen
Big
monster?
or the magnitude wasn't high enough. He sort of like he looks at you, Bracif, and he says, apart from you, he says, no, he says, don't even know where I am.
You're in a swamp.
In a swamp?
Go north of your village.
Look around you, obviously. What?
Wow, he says, I'm in a swamp.
I'll put my hand in the water and slosh it around. Say, yeah, look, swamp.
I look at Ida and make like a facial. Brace is gonna keep walking past to see if it notices any tracks or anything.
Yeah.
He's lost interest in this frail little boy.
If you want to put your character, your token, where you want to walk to.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, roll your tracking skill.
Tracking.
Nice.
19 out of 35. You're doing well with your poor skills today. So just here, you do notice some human footprints, bare human footprints, i.e. nothing on them. And it coming out, it looks like it came out of this water. And so sort of like to where Billy was curled up. As you go further up the track or the bit of the grass mound, you don't see any other tracks at all.
So it's come out of the water and then just laid down there. I'm going to whisper shout, sorry. Maybe go around the top.
Caramore and Belle, you're both sat or stood or hiding still when all this is going on. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Go home, but I don't think the others would approve.
I don't know. Don't take a vote, Caramore.
No,
yes,
not a good idea.
Passed. Belle?
Oh, I was waiting to hear what you were wanting to do. I guess Belle, she's still this whole time she's been moving slowly, trying to keep a cautious look on this guy in case he tries anything on Ida. But after seeing that he doesn't seem like a threat, I'm just gonna kind of be keeping my eyes and ears trained on the surroundings. Maybe be near one of these pools and kind of look into this pool a little bit. I might toss a pebble or chunk of dirt.
Oh yeah.
Just to see if anything happens or to see how deep it is.
Yeah, it doesn't look deep at all. The really dark part here, you figured that's for normal human about knee deep at that point. So maybe comes up to almost like your thigh, or you're a little bit higher than that, depending on the size of the human. There's nothing moves in the water. It just looks like it's quite swampy, so it's stagnant. It's been there for quite a while. If anybody is used to swamps with your characters, then there seems to be no swamp gas or anything like that. You get the feeling that this area has probably been flooded rather than it is a swamp.
So just abrasive gas.
Okay.
Billy gets up, Ida, and he sort of like gets up on his feet, and he sort of like looks around, and he says, "You say I've got a village near here?"
Yes, to the south. We've come from there to help find you.
Maybe I should go that way. And he points back the way you came.
Maybe Billy, you should stay with us for now. I'd rather not have you walking off the line. There's lots of dangerous things out there, like vampire birds and things like that.
Yeah.
And a big horrible beastie.
He says, I can do that.
Not convinced.
I notice how Brasive is actually blending into the swamp in his greenness. Yeah.
Yes.
No, Billy, stay with us. We'll finish our mission. We'll take you back. Your fiancée, Mary Jo, is waiting for you. And she'll prove she's your fiancée because she has a matching half of your amulet.
Yeah, and when you mention the amulet, he sort of like reaches up and says, "What is this?"
It's a token of
Tacky.
love between two people. They join together to make a whole.
Right.
It's like, you know, when you have like a jigsaw with those weird curvy edges, and you put together, make a whole thing. No, not going to go there.
He says,
But yes,
he says, "Where are you going?"
we're going to the springs to help clear them from some evil that's apparently moved in there.
He says something that rings a bell in your mind. Ida, roll an insight check for me, please.
No.
80.
Wait.
Does it ring a bell?
Let me just re-roll that, sorry.
Okay.
I'll use a point of luck.
We're using a point of luck.
Can I take time to really think about it?
He says something to you, and it doesn't sound to have any relevance or anything like that, what he says to you.
Honestly, you've already stopped listening to him by now.
Yeah, he said
Just blah,
something,
blah, blah.
but you're not too sure what it related to or anything like that. So is the plan to carry on northward?
Yes, the
Yeah.
hot tub time machine.
I guess so.
Brace is gonna kneel down to the mud under him, and he's gonna start putting like lines of mud on his face and like his arms as he's trying to get really focused and get really into his surroundings.
As somebody in the chat said, Darcy and his braces, I am one with nature. So you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger now in Commando.
Commando.
Pretty
yes.
much, yeah, that's like exactly what I'm going for.
Or Predator.
Or
Yeah.
Predator.
I do
He
not
just
want
likes
to walk
putting
next to him.
mud
Billy,
on
you
his
go
face,
second.
I think. Yeah. Essentially that.
So I'm just putting you back at the beginning of the swamp because the swamp is like this all the way through. I've just accidentally moved a tree as well.
Uh-oh.
It's the tree and swamp, and we hadn't realised.
So whereabouts are you putting Billy?
Billy can go second because I don't want to stand next to Abrasive. He's covered himself in mud.
So you
I'll walk behind Billy with Billy in front of me, so I keep an eye on him.
And next to Abrasive then, like
Yep.
that.
Yep. Shouldn't backstab him.
Okay, then. And Bell's neatly at the back. Okay, then. Let me just move you up slightly. So the first thing you notice as you continue to move northwards, the first thing that you notice is these piles of detritus seem to get more. They seem to appear in more locations. And because you're quite used to seeing them now, it's almost as if they're marking something. Because they're not together. They're spread out. And you would have thought if it was just like somebody fly tipping, it would all be in one place, but it's not. It's definitely spread out. But the density of these across the area is getting more and more.
Almost like a stay between these two piles, sort of thing. Like making a road.
It's not that organized.
Oh.
It still seems to be very random. It just seems to be more of them. They're never in the water, though. They're often on the side of the water or on the track. And they're never sort of like
would we
very...
know if one was in the water because it would be underwater?
Yeah, but it doesn't...
What was in the... Sorry.
Can you see the water is sort of like here? Mm-hmm. In the sort of like the shallow parts. There's nothing in those areas. it all seems to be on the grassy part. I mean, there could be one in the deep water, but from what you're just looking round, that's not the case at all.
What was in these piles, rubbish? Was it any foodstuffs or detritus?
It's just sort of like what could be human or humanoid waste, broken things, bones, broken pots, very crude broken top pots, the odd blade here and there.
All right, so it's not like a ritual sort of like tribute.
It's just like a dumping ground of crap.
Yeah, that sounds much more evident. This idea of a dumping ground of rubbish.
Yeah.
Can you please all roll from me?
Your initiative.
Your perceptions, please.
Oh. just barely.
Very nice.
So Calmore's got 2 out of 6 here, but it's a crit. Brasive, you are failing at the moment. Do you wish to use a point of luck and reverse it?
Nah, Brace's distracted, just looking around. He's probably not paying attention to the right thing.
Okay. Bell, you've got 82 out of 53. Do you wish to use a point of luck?
It doesn't even matter if this is affected by my great hearing or excellent eyesight abilities. That wouldn't save me.
No,
so yeah, I'm going to use a point of luck.
Yeah, just to reverse it to get 28, yeah?
Correct.
And Ida, you succeeded, yeah? So...
formidable.
Yeah, so not as good as Calmon, though. Calmore, who has the biggest ears.
Calmore is more used to hiding and looking at things. So I'm not, sorry.
Okay, I am going to roll my roll now. Okay, so what actually happens, just to let you know, I've failed my stealth roll. If I succeeded, okay, say for example, I got 69, then it's an opposed roll. Okay, so it's an opposed roll. So say I got 69, Calmore, you would be fine because you've got the crit. Bell, you would not have been fine because you would have got 28 and 25. So if this was real, then, and I was a success, I'm not a success, then you would have been surprised in the next combat round. So if you're surprised, so the first thing that you get is -10 to your initiative straight away. You also, let me just check. You also, until your initiative arrives, you are considered flat-footed and cannot defend yourselves at all. The first attack on the target, if successful, gains a bonus special effect. For the remainder of the round, you may not perform any offensive actions. Okay. So surprise is quite deadly.
Nasty.
Yeah. So, but luck was on your side because you actually, I was so noisy, you actually hear something or see something out the corner of your eye. And what you see appears to be coming up out of the water in various parts around you. What appears to be little... Let me just make him a bit. Can you see him?
Oh, that looks so cute.
Yeah.
It's like he wants some kisses.
We don't trust anything that's small and green.
If we're stumbling through little balls of jelly, that'll be the babies.
Oh, caviar.
Yeah.
So I am calling these Froglodytes.
Which
For
I
the
think
right
is
reasons.
brilliant. I love that name.
Froglodytes.
And they come out of the water. They have spears in their left hands, but as they come out, they start to whirl something in their right hands. And just so you are aware, the eyes on these look very similar to the eyes that you saw peering at you during the night, if you remember. Yellow eyes. So now we can go on to some initiatives, please. Nobody
Callum was going
is.
to use his critical perception to shriek like a little girl and then look
Oh.
very sheepish.
Excellent. Let's get some.
My best possible roll.
Excellent. Look at these rolls coming up. Right, let's just rearrange. Bracif and Ida, what are your initiatives?
14.
Initiative is 12.
So Ida, you will go before Bracif. And yeah, time to go to you, Belle.
I was walking with my sling, so I may as well use it. I would like to go for the target to my left over here.
Okay, yeah.
And I'd like to not roll a fumble if I can make that request.
A miss.
I'll use a point of luck
Not a fumble.
to re-roll that.
Nice.
Do it.
And I'm not going to fumble it.
Do
This
it.
is going to be
You're definitely going to fumble it. Oh, okay.
40.
No,
40 out of 67.
That's absolutely fine. You whirl it out. This little froggy sees a fellow sling thrower, but will try to evade your roll. Ooh, close. I'm not finished yet. So he tries to get out the way, but doesn't make it. So I need special hit location and damage.
Okay. I don't have sneak attack.
We call this one number 1.
Belle's victim. Special. I think I'm gonna have to go with my favorite stun.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything better I could do. Yeah.
You could actually do sneak attack on these, by the way, if you could, because they are humanoid.
Okay, but they're aware of me, and I'm not in an advantageous position, so they're not distracted right now, so I don't get that.
Correct.
So stun, and then rolling my right in the leg.
Right in the
Right in the right leg, maybe?
Right leg, yeah.
Okay. Gonna trip him up. That's not the worst situation.
Need some damage.
I'm gonna roll low. Oh, 4.
4. That's quite nice.
Okay.
That's not bad. So
and you'll have an endurance.
They don't seem to have any armor on their legs, and I think I get an endurance check, don't I?
Against my 40.
Against your 40. Ooh!
Okay. Well, good for you. You deserve one win.
I love that.
We're always ruining your fun.
Okay. That's you done. And Caramel. Oh, you still got some movement if you would like 1/3 of your movement.
I really want to change weapon now, but I don't think I can trade my movement for a short sword.
No,
So
you can't.
I think I'm good here.
Okay then. And Caramel, you are next. Burning hands. Burning hands.
Burning Hands is really short range, so I think I'm just going to go and try and befuddle this little bugger over here.
You have a third of your movement, wouldn't that? Maybe some people are basing their entire plan on you doing burning hands.
To get close enough to Burning Hands, something standing in the water, I'd have to stand in the water. I don't want to stand in the water.
We're adventurers.
I like Burning Hands after I've befuddled.
He's
go for a befuddle first.
He's 10 feet away from you, so should be in a range, I would have thought.
Burning Hands only has a range of 5 feet, so
no, but I meant befuddle.
I could get close enough to burn it, I suppose. Yeah, but no, I'm going to stick with the befuddle. It worked for him last time.
That's good.
That should work, but he gets I can't remember what he gets, but for resistance, but I know he gets one.
Hang on, I can tell you. Willpower, yeah. Oh, he's not very bright, this little Froglodyte. No, he is a befuddled until he observes some form of action.
Just have to hope that from where he is, he can't see Brasive, because Brasive's going to break that the moment he acts.
Ida. Yep.
Sorry, I'm going to cast a spell that will take 1 turn to increase its intensity.
I heard that you're going to cast a spell that takes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got the intensity. I'm increasing intensity by 2 points of intensity by 2 points, which will take an extra turn, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you're spell casting then, and you will be for 2 turns, right?
Indeed. Sorry. Yes, I had a mouthful of grapes.
That's your first one. Brasive.
All right.
Brasive's already been measuring out how far you can get for his movement.
Yeah. So essentially, I can't do quick movement.
But you can move to him.
But yeah, I will move to 1, so that way I'm not surrounded by both.
Okay.
I'll power off him onto him.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ida? I don't know.
Okay.
Which
one are you moving to?
I'm gonna charge to this one. Is it actually? I remember charge being a thing. What is charge again?
So charge, you have to take a whole round to get there. So you don't actually have enough distance to build up a charge.
Got it. Okay.
But you can start splashing through the water towards it.
I start splashing through, getting my axe all firmly in my grasp, all ready. Do some slice and dicing.
Okay. So my turn at this point. Right. I need to do this. Belle, can you please make either a brawn or an evade check, please?
What a tough decision. I'm going to go with the evade. And I don't fall on the ground when I use evade.
No, it's not for that. Okay, so this Froglodyte jumps in the air and was trying to jump onto you, but at the last moment, you manage to jump to one side of him as he leaps into combat.
What a freak. Sorry.
Yeah.
Freaky.
This guy here is still befuddled because there's been no combat, Caramel. So you're safe. This guy jumps onto this one. Let's have a look at his athletics check. He's actually successful. This guy's going to use his brawn, which is 56.
Ooh.
Ooh. 56. That won't be a critical.
Oh,
Quite
not a crit.
critical, but it's very nearly.
It's very nearly, but the Froglodyte wins. So this person is now knocked prone, and this Froglodyte is on top of him. He needs to either use a combat special to rise or somehow get the Froglodyte off him. This one here, Brasive, is probably in combat range of you now. So he will thrust his spear at you.
I am going to use my free action to parry him.
Oh, yes,
So
you
I have
get
a free parry.
Yeah, go for it. Roll your combat skill. Yeah, he sort of like thrusts it in on 11 out of 38, but you get 40 out of 76 and just knock it to one side with your axe. And that brings us up to combat round 1 still, turn 2. And we are coming to you, Belle.
It would be an entire turn's action to drop my sling and draw my sword, right?
Yes.
And if I used a point of luck to buy an action, would I be able to use it to then attack, or would I have to wait till the end of the round?
You would. So if you buy your action, it's just sort of like it gives you so you buy it once you've got rid of everything.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then think, oh, I need a desperate action point.
In that case, I draw my sword.
Okay, so you drop the sling and whip your sword out, and face to face with this Froglodyte and Caramore.
I am going to, since this guy is still befuddled, I am just going to casually saunter over into the shallows there and burning hands.
Wait, does he have to see the offensive action?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Is he still befuddled?
Yeah.
He's been befuddled long enough, I think, that my action will be the same either way, but he may not be befuddled anymore. You're right.
I'm just thinking that we've had
any sort of attack or threatening action instantly breaks the spell, whether or not it was directed specifically at the befuddled target. So, as written, it doesn't really make any sense because he doesn't even have to be aware of it. But I would personally, I would assume he's got to be aware of that action.
Behind him.
So we know that, say, for example, this Froglodyte here has made an offensive action. Yeah. So he's actually now not befuddled, but you can re-befuddle him, or you can step forward and burning hands him.
He was befuddled at the key point, which is when he would have attacked me. That's the part that 100%. That I care about.
Yeah.
So I just. Cameron's just going to saunter forward and burning hands him, or he's going to try to anyway.
Brilliant.
See as my spell fails.
Go for it.
Yep. Guaranteed every time. I'm going to point of luck that and reverse it.
Yes. Yeah. To get, so it was 90 out of 63, but now it'll be 9 out of 63, which will be fine. Your burning hands is what,
But
5?
I don't know, actually. Maybe I should re-roll it because he gets a resistance, and resistance against 9 is not going to be a good option for me.
But you might re-roll and fail.
I could re-roll and fail, but I think I'm going to go with the re-roll anyway because I don't like the idea of him having to resist against a value of 9.
Go for it.
No.
And I should have gone with the reversal. So then
You should have gone with the reversal. Look, I had
I foolishly assumed that dice would be fair to me. This was a mistake.
I had your burning hands all sorted as well. Idaho, your spell's coming off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was going to cancel it. Actually, I thought it was another turn to go.
No, with this, is it? Did you say it's 2 turns to cast?
Yes.
Yes. So
Two, wasn't it? Yeah.
spells always come off at the end of the turn while reloading weapons, starting the next one. So
Sorry.
yours
In
is
that
ready
case,
to cast, or you
this
can
one-
just drop it.
Well, I was going to drop it and club this thing in front of me to get him off the void,
That's absolutely fine.
but then I was going to flame strike this one down here. No, I've not used flame strike before. It's quite cool. No, I'll drop it. No, I'm gonna hit this one on the mace.
Okay then. Hit away.
Ivy.
31 out of 32 formidable.
So we just need a standard success. That will hit nicely. This guy will try to parry with his little spear, but fails. So I need special hit location and damage. Let's label this one. I'm not labeling any of Brasive's because they're not around long enough once he hits.
Well, I'm going to do stun location.
Yep.
That location is going to be a
Head.
number 1.
Well, did you all have pass round a note before that you were going to go for right legs today?
We call
Can't
ourselves
hop away.
We're the leg breakers.
Yeah. Okay then. So I need
some damage.
I need some
We want some frog legs
damage,
today.
please.
Where's my equipment list on this now?
Make some nice
Further
Right
Creo.
down there, isn't it?
If you didn't star it too, it won't. Okay, you did.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
What?
I'm a lady. Alright.
And you don't want to kill Billy?
1 point
Ugh.
damage. Yeah, I didn't want to. I was pulling my bloke in case.
But I do have to make an endurance check, don't I? Because you used. So what was your
Good location.
31?
Yep.
31 was. So here's my injury. Oh!
Oh!
Ooh.
How does that work? Is it like, do I win because you match mine?
Yeah, what
Actually,
does that mean?
what we're actually going to do is we're going to break there and grab drinks and food, and while we're doing that, while I'm buttering my toast, I will check up. I think if it's a draw, it goes in favor of the attacker. That's what I think, but I'm not 100% sure, so I will check that. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know if that's really happened before.
I don't think it has. I don't think we've ever had that. So I'm only taking a break now because I want my froglet that is facing off with Brasive just to have a little bit longer life. Just a little bit longer. He can just
For the montage of his life flashbacks and all that.
yeah.
Stay away from the
Lasts a
light.
little longer.
Stay away from the light.
He takes out a notepad and pen and starts to write back to his family and two piles of frog spawn at home that he's been fertilizing. Okay, we are going to take a quick break and we'll be back at 1:45. Go away and do something exciting and then come back. We'll see you soon. Right. Okay, so just before we finished, we had an instance when both the people in the opposed roll had exactly the same dice roll, which we can't find in the rules after all this time what that actually means. So I think we just need to make a decision tonight and then we can check. I think it'll likely be some kind of house rule. So I do like the idea of it going with the aggressor, but at the same time, I really like the idea that it goes to the defender if it's a character who's actually, if somebody goes to hit you and it's a matter of life and death, then it's nice that it goes to the character. I do like the idea of the person with the highest skill wins, in that sense. So for this moment, we are going to go with the highest skill, I think. That seems to be most fair, depending whether or not you're attacking or defending. So it will go to you, Ida. So you actually hit and dead leg his right leg. Causes the defender. So he's currently astride this Billy.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that he is now flat on Billy as one of his bendy frog legs gives way and he just sort of like flops face down onto him. And you did some damage, didn't you? Oh yes, one. Oh yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
And that brings us on to the muscle man himself. Brasive. Here we go,
Brace
folks.
is gonna get on his knees.
Here we go.
He's going to pray. No, Brasive's when he deflected the spear, he's going to deflect it and then do a cool 360 to slice the troglodyte in the face if he
Yeah.
can. So
Just roll an athletics roll for your 360.
It's like it's on the ground though, so it's not like athletic. Okay.
Roll to hit. How do you?
I'm using a point of luck.
77 out of 76.
That's why I like Ness now because you nudge it.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's
do this. Yes. Okay.
Oh, 54 out of 76. That is a hit. So I need special hit location damage. He doesn't have any action points left.
Special choose location.
Oh, no. Hang on. He does because he hasn't attacked yet. So let's see if he can parry this with his little shield. And with his spear, no, he doesn't. So, yeah, you're going... I need special hit location damage.
The special is going to be choose location. I'm going for neck. Or head, I guess.
Head, yeah. Go for it.
And then just do just a mild little bit of damage, just to see if I can
just tickle him.
Just to trim those whiskers on his chin. 12 damage.
Yeah, that's enough to he actually will slice his head off quite nicely. This
cold blood spurts in the air, drenching me and my fellow companions. Sorry.
This troglodyte How long does the stun location last for?
One turn, isn't
One.
it?
That was
One
1d3.
damage.
No,
Right.
for the number of turns equal to the damage inflicted.
Yeah, one turn.
Oh,
One,
that's different from Mithras.
and that is Mithras because I
Is
thought
it?
because I'm
I thought it was
using
a D3.
that is press advantages a D3.
That is true. I like your way better.
I thought press advantage was just that turn.
Oh yes, it is. It's just that turn. What's 1d3 then?
Maybe that's my shock spell. I think that's my shock spell.
Oh, is that your shock?
Yeah, it must be.
Yes.
It is required to be.
Have a look. My cards might be wrong. No, equal to damage inflicted. So yeah, I think your shock spell must be 1d3.
Yep.
So this guy is dead-legged on this turn. This little froggy can fight. Get ready, Bell. Get
This is why I
ready.
have Artful Dodger trained.
He misses. What's my 4?
Dodged.
And this guy here sees Caramon and does a leap into combat. But he leaps towards you, but doesn't manage to get astride you. Caramon, you are safe. And now we're going to still the first round, but turn 3. I'm out of action points. Oh, sorry.
Mr. Bixley.
The bears. Something else needs to happen.
It really doesn't.
No, it does. Right.
The Frog King.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frog hell.
You suddenly see this this froglet. It looks like Billy has sort of like put his hands underneath this froglet and has just pushed it up off him. And you suddenly notice that Billy has changed somewhat.
You okay, Billy?
He's naked.
He's trans-species.
He is. He is.
He's bear.
That's his name, by the way. Billy Bear. Nobody ever asked for his surname. He's coming in on a 22.
Now, you're going to sing us a song about your necessities?
Yes, I am. Caramel, what's your initiative?
Do we all get to go when we finish the fight? Sun's going down, big guy. Sun's going down.
Caramel.
For the
I'm out of action points, so
No, I need your initiative.
yeah. Oh, my initiative. Right, hang on.
Just your normal initiative
Got my
score.
initiative 15.
Right. You are going to go before the bear. Just so we leave it like that. Okay, then. Bell.
Did I use an action point when you had me roll brawn or evade to avoid being pounced on?
What did you use?
I used evade.
Uh,
I succeeded at evade. But you said it wasn't exact. I thought he was attacking me, and so I was definitely going with evade. But there may have been.
It's an opposed roll. I don't think it's classed as an attack, because I can actually. We'll say that you didn't for the time being.
Okay, because if I didn't, then I do have an action point. But otherwise,
Yeah.
that would have been my third.
I'm
Well,
making
my
some
second.
notes.
But,
Yeah.
in that case, since I have an action, I'm going to go ahead and swing my blade at this guy. Unless you were wanting to look this up.
No, I'm just making a note.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
Whoosh. Yeah, I'll use a point of luck to reverse that.
Just remember,
19.
just remember, you're not super. You don't have lots of luck like the rabbit.
Kind of close.
19. 19. So I can't do anything with that because I have no action points left.
And I'm fine with that. That roll being so low because I would like to use choose location, right leg.
Oh yes, nice.
I've already got 4 points of damage there, so let's really show that we're a team player.
Come on.
A 3.
A 3.
That's half my short sword damage, you know.
Right. That takes him down
actually,
to -2 on that. So that means he's got a serious wound in that location. Which means I must roll my endurance against your original attack roll. I fail. So he's now prone as his leg gives way under him. Oh, that looks like it's on you at the moment.
I worried about that for a second, but yeah. I think his visual token is smaller than his boundary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you look at the one with Brasive, the actual token's huge because that cross on it. Right, Calmore doesn't have any action points, I don't think, because you're still rank 1. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Unless you spend luck.
Unless you spend luck.
Not right now. No.
Okay.
I'm not quite that desperate yet.
Billy the Bear, or Bear Billy, or Billy Bear, will use this action to get up. Ida.
Which way is Billy Bear facing? Towards the Froglodyte or towards me?
Towards the Froglodyte. So he was sort of like on the floor and he's shoved it up and he's you do notice that he's actually on his hind legs as he's bare.
No, that's fine as that. So in which case,
Run!
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to move down to here. And if I can get behind it, that would be better. Can I get behind it, do you reckon?
What's your movement?
Is about 20.
You got plenty because to where you go is only 9 feet.
Okay, well, I'll go flanking, and I can't hit it, can I? Because I've moved.
No, you can't hit him. So you go round there. Okay. And Brasive.
I'm trying to figure out. Did Brasive see him transform? Because he was facing the other way.
But what you would roll your perception check, because that's like assess the situation. Yeah, which is a free action. So
can you a free action to shout, Billy's a bear?
You're just sort of like you just sliced off this Froglodyte's head, and you just sort of like mincing him up now, or you're sort of like going, ah, ka-chung, off goes an arm, ka-chung, off goes another arm, and you sort of like bring him to bits, which takes us to combat round 2, turn 1. And Belle, you're up. So this guy's prone on the floor, which means you'll get an automatic hit on him.
Yeah, because I want to take him out of the fight.
Just do remember that he's got a family and 2 little froglets at home.
Yeah, I want to take him out quickly. Do you want me to roll to see if I critical or fumble?
Yes, please. Yeah, just. Yeah, you're
They're
fine.
little tadpoles. They almost have their land legs.
And you want some damage?
Froglodytes.
Oh. Yes. A special hit location damage.
Oh, I was just gonna go for like choose location head.
Oh, we're going to the head.
Well, I want to kill him quickly. Is what I said. Like I'm not here to be like stunned your arm.
So that's where his metal helmet is. So 3. No, it's not.
I just say I don't mind. It's going to make it worse for him if he has a helmet.
Head. So 3 points of damage to that head. Yeah. Okay, he's still on the floor but not dead yet. Caramore. Go on, burning hands now. Go on, burning hands. Burning hands.
Now that might not be the best plan under the current circumstances. I think I'm just going to try and hit him with my stick.
Nice. You whip your
Could
stick
move a little
out.
bit to the
Why I
side.
carry
Stick it
one.
wicked.
But I'm no better with that than I am with a spell, apparently. But I could reverse that one.
And hit. Yeah.
Yes, I think. How am I doing on luck points? Yes, I can afford
Okay.
one luck point here. I
Okay,
will
then.
reverse that.
So
And
this
get a hit.
this is going to be Froglodyte 3. Okay. So he's actually got an action. He's got action points back.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to try to parry your big stick with its spear. What did you get? 38?
38, yeah.
38.
Ooh.
Oh. Yep, probability hates me. It is just an established fact.
You are so unlucky today.
Does it disarm him?
It almost has to have fun, guys. We got to give him at least 2 wins per session now.
Yeah.
Right. Can I
Okay,
disarm?
so as his spear blocks Caramore's quarterstaff attack, Caramore is basically just screeching, hit it, to Ida.
But the interesting thing is, because I got a crit, I get a special.
Yeah, you get a special.
Yeah.
Light damage forward.
So
Compel surrender. Sorry.
can you
Not difficult
please?
in Caramore's case.
Could you roll for me, please, your combat style?
Do you have one?
I have
You did.
combat lack of style, I think. Nope.
In
Not a chance.
made flailing.
So as you sort of like whack this round, you think that you're quite good. The Froglodyte parries it with his spear and then flips his spear and disarms you
Yeah.
altogether.
Caramore in a panic is holding the stick too tight, and the impact of the two just jars it.
Yeah, he's like, ow! And you think you broke a nail as well, just so you let you know.
Bastard.
It just sort of like falls down to the ground, and this Froglodyte are going to almost like in a hideous laugh. I want to parry more. Billy Bear. Oh, let's do this. Strikes out at this Froglodyte with his fists. That's what he's using at the moment. Swipes out with it. The Froglodyte tries desperately to parry the attack.
You say fists or paws or
Claws,
claws?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But he does manage to parry it.
Yeah.
A short spear, I think, is medium. I'm looking at
this weather.
Hasra because Hasra
Oh.
always uses a short spear.
Yeah, medium.
Medium, and I'm using my claw, which is small, which means he will actually parry it's only if it's equal size that it's half damage, isn't it? No, it's half or above. It's when it's one level lower. So he sort of like rakes it at the spear, and the little froglet goes and knocks it out of the way. And
Yeah,
Ida.
I thought I had the door open. I thought it was you. No. You checked if your mum's come home. Come. Help her in.
Go for it. Go on.
Sorry, Lisa's come out. It's my turn, sorry.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to? You slowly get round to the back of this.
Yeah.
Do you wish to
And
hit?
then I do indeed. Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, 22 out of 64. That is a hit. So you'll have a special hit location and damage.
Okay, I'm going to go for still location again.
Yeah.
My location will be 17, which is left arm.
Left.
And my damage, before my wife talks, will be back damage.
Nice. What number is this? 3. Right arm, 8 points. Which I think, we'll take it down to -4. So I need to make an endurance check against the original roll, which was 22. He fails it. He sort of like, you whack it in its arm. The arm seems to crumble underneath the blow. You definitely hear a snap, and maybe also as it dislocates an elbow or shoulder, and the Froglodyte, to your luck, Karamor, drops his spear as well. And
there's a lot of it going around.
Brasive, you are now aware of the combat. So just to give you a quick, the bear and this froglet are in combat. You can see that this Karamor hasn't got his weapon out at all. It'd be really funny if Karamor...
Very inappropriate.
Can you imagine that if Karamor reaches down to pick up his staff and comes up with a fish or something like that? that would be so funny.
Like he'd end up grabbing the spear that he's not trained with.
Yeah. There seems to be a combat going around here with Karamor, Ida, and the Froglet, and then over here, Bell is raining blows down on this Froglet who is prone on the ground. Oh, and there's a big bear after you. Behind you. Yeah.
That's the thing, is there's a big bear behind me. I can't imagine Bracer just getting like, oh, that's Billy. I think Brasive, I'm just gonna play around with this. He's gonna think that bear's there to kill them.
Okay.
So Brasive's gonna roar and get closer to what's happened over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Move. I don't think you can you get it in a quick move or not?
No.
Okay. Froglodytes. Right, the one on the floor is has actually not got the use of his leg. How much damage did you do, Bell? 3.
To the head was just 3.
Oh yes. So how much? Because didn't you dead leg him?
Yeah, I made him endurance drop with his leg.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
I did 4 and then 3, so it should be 7 total on that.
Yeah, but it wasn't a stun location. It was just sort of like took him into a serious wound. So his leg is still there. So he just seems to be cowering down with his spear, taking because he can't make any offensive actions at all. What's this froglet? This froglet can't make any offensive actions because he's got a serious wound as well. This one can, however, stab at Billy Bear. Ooh! Gets a 7, and Billy Bear's having none of this, and he's swiping. Oh, now that's how to do it, Billy. That's how to do it. So the Frogling got 7 out of 38, and then Billy Bear got 6 out of 76, which was a critical boom. That's how to do it, people. That's how to do it. So he'll have an opportunity to do 1 critical defensive, which he's going to see whether or not he can disarm this opponent. So he needs to make the Froglodyte needs to make a combat skill against my original roll, which is a crit 6. So he fails. So this Froglodyte has no weapon now in his arm. So Brace, if you see this as you're going across, and we're coming to turn 2, and Bell.
I'm trying to finish this frog off, but it's not very easy.
With it.
So here's my attack.
Yay!
You got the Caramel disease.
And I'm going to accept my disease and just let it ride.
Okay. And Caramel.
I think I want to reserve my action point for defense.
Okay. You can save it for defense. This big bear now whacks this.
That's how you do it, Billy Bear.
Right. He's going to get an extra point to his combat.
You should spend luck to reverse that.
I should, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. How many luck have I got on this character?
Got some luck points.
Oh, yeah. I can't re-roll it or anything because it's a fumble. So what would be a suitable fumble? I think he almost like overreaches.
He bites his own paw like dogs do.
Yeah. He sort of like tries to overreach as the Froglodyte backs off, and he sort of like flops down out of his upright position. So he's sort of like going to have to use an action to get back up from his prone. Ida, you're up.
Right. The Froglodyte in front of me is still up, is it?
It's still up, yeah.
Not for long. There's a creature. Oh.
Yep, 46 out of 64, that'll do.
Yep, so I'm going to work around the whole body. I'm going to choose location this time.
Okay. And this is number 3, yeah.
Yep.
So his right arm looks quite... you do notice that they've got armor on their chest and abdomen.
Does it cover the back?
He's likely to have readjusted.
Yeah.
Right.
In that case, choose location head.
Nice. Okay, so
And your damage will be
damage, please.
another 8. Oh my god, loaded dice. We love them.
Loaded dice. Right, 8 points. Oh, that takes
Unloaded.
To the papier-mâché head.
it takes him down to -3, which is a serious wound in that place. So he needs to make an endurance check against your original roll. He fails that, so he's actually unconscious and out of it.
Awesome. I'll kneel down and say a prayer over him.
Yeah, and hand Calmore his staff back. It's
Yeah.
on the floor. Abrasive.
Brace is going to he's going to try to tackle this bear.
Okay.
So he's gonna go for an unarmed attack.
Okay.
I feel like you're just gonna become his backpack. Tackled him.
Got him.
Do you wish to do unarmed attack, or are you using grappling?
What's the difference?
Well, unarmed attack is when you just hit him. Okay. Grappling is an opposed roll against your unarmed and its combat skill. And then, say, for example, if you win, then it's grappled. And then, depending on where you've grappled, so the limbs can't move, head and torso and abdomen, everything's increased by 1 grade. And then the next time, you will do your damage modifier as damage to the location that you are grappling, or you can just hit him.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hit him with my body, not necessarily like a punch him, but like a tackle, like a football player,
So just
an
like
American football player. So
roll your unarmed then. So as you get through,
3 point.
you reach out to grapple and hit this bear, and you slip, and your head just goes in the bear's butt. Like,
And then it farts.
What is with the dice today?
you sort of like fall over in the swampy ground, and just sort of like your face sort of like hits the bear butt and sort of like rolls down it.
Yeah, up to the shoulders.
Yeah.
But you don't know what's on my face is the mud from earlier or from the bear.
Yeah. Right.
At which point he turns back to you and goes, ooh. Oh my.
They never did that to me.
None of my froglets can actually do anything at the moment. So we are going to combat round 2 still. Turn 3 for anybody who's got action points left. And Belle, you're up first.
I've got murder on the mind, and I'm going to slice at this creature again before I get flame struck. And it's the same roll from last time.
I was going to say 83 out of 67, exactly the same roll.
I'm just kind of like swinging out, and I imagine he's like backing away because he's got 1 good leg still.
Yeah, he's sort of like pushing his way,
and he gets an inch away. Yeah, I probably stab into the mud a few times.
Yeah, he's like
swiping it there,
and he opens his legs a little bit, and it goes in between his legs. He's just sort of like Caramore. Come on, Caramore.
I ran out of action points.
Oh, yes, sorry. I was
Can I, without spending an action point, can I just sort of cry out, why did I come to this swamp? I want room service!
You remind me of Eric the Cavalier in the D&D cartoon. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, there's definitely a touch. I was trying to base him more on a posh version of Villa from Blake 7, but I can see Eric
yes,
from D&D, yeah.
The bear gets up, and this combat will be readjusted quite nicely because this bear has just had Brasive up its butt, coming in from behind, and which was probably seen as an attack. So it gets up on 22, and Ida,
Actually, yeah.
come on,
Right.
blade strike.
I'm going to do stupid. They're all dead apart from that one that he's messing around with. So I'm going to move up to Billy Bear.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to Billy, if that's you, calm down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to try to calm him down.
Okay then. You can roll for me.
An influence.
Yes, you can roll for me an influence.
Or you're going to cast calm or something.
Yeah.
I can't.
Do
I don't have calm, unfortunately.
That's not good. How is your bear?
My bear.
You know,
How is the bear?
as in the language. Do you
Yeah,
go,
Hey there.
are you sort of like Billy, calm down? And he sort of like roars out. Do you wish to touch
Screw
him?
you.
Billy
boy.
Bear, international business traveller.
Do you wish to touch him at all?
No, I've been told I can't do that anymore.
Okay. Could you show me on this
HR
doll
research
where
Yeah. Paddington.
Brasive? You need to get
Brasive's-
up.
Brasive was gonna stand up.
That's you. My Froglodyte can't do anything, so we're coming up to the top of the round 3. Aren't you pleased that Classic Fantasy doesn't have fatigue rolls?
Yes.
It doesn't. Oh.
It doesn't, yeah. Belle, come on, Belle. If you get the same roll on this one, it'll just be too spooky.
I took 40 off.
Something.
43 out.
That was getting more painful than loading your sling.
It was.
We'll get back to that
Yes.
shortly.
What would you prefer him to do in the future? Try to hit or reload sling. At least with the reloading sling, there's some kind of progress, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah. So, come on.
Choose
on, Belle.
location, head.
Oh.
Headshot.
Headshot.
And another 3.
What number is this? 1.
1. So you should have a total of 6 damage to his head minus armor.
It's a terrible roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting very bad damage rolls. I'm not Brasive or Banner. I'm more like Rabbit, but she's unarmed usually.
Okay.
Another Froglodyte in the distant shots. No, I'm number 1.
Here's my endurance check as I go into negative hit points, and it's out of it. Well done.
I did it. I got one.
As she says, turning around to you, Calmore, he says, I did it. I got one, look. I got one. And Calmore, it's your turn.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good quote. I like that one. Yeah. What would you like to do, Calmore?
Technically, I haven't retrieved my stick yet, have I? So I better pick my stick up.
Yes, pick your stick up.
Yeah.
Bear, you didn't do any real damage to this bear. You just sort of like sniffed its bottom, Brasive. So he's going to strike out at the Froglodyte, but he's obviously not on form and misses on his turn. Ida.
Okay. I'm going to cast Befuddle on the bear and hope that Bracers goes for the Froglodyte.
Befuddle away. Here comes the casting.
Oh, 49 out of 71.
And that hits, and I get a resist willpower, isn't it?
Yep.
That magic is supposed to work.
Your befuddles worked every single time. Anything else fails. Just stick with
only the only thing I can cast is Befuddle. Yeah. I should just stick with that forever.
Ooh.
He is, so the bear is befuddled.
Oh, Bear Billy.
Is it... Brasive.
BB.
Brasive doesn't want to share the glory of
Brasive
killing
Befuddle the
this
bear,
beast.
Billy.
I imagine when the befuddle spell comes up, you get those orbiting birds around your head.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Sweetie Pie.
Yeah, they go.
Brasive wants to kill a troglodyte so he can, so he doesn't have to share the glory of
There's no
killing this beast.
there's no troglodytes here.
Or sorry, froglodyte.
Yeah, I have to call it a frog.
Or
Are you?
bug-eyed goblin to him.
Are you?
Alright, so he's gonna get a little bit closer
Yeah,
and then go for the attack.
yeah. Go for it.
Almost made it.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a hit. You can have a special and special hit location damage. Choose location head.
Choose location head, obviously, because I like chopping off these heads. And then just gonna go for damage. See what happens. See if I maybe make a mark on these guys.
Just a slight tickle.
Wow.
And another head goes flying off in the other direction, which does befuddle the bear, of course. And this brings us up to combat round 3, turn 2.
Did you say defuddle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Defuddled the bear?
He defuddled the befuddle.
He that defuddled rather than being fuddled.
He
your fuddle got
befuddled bear.
Yeah. It's either be fuddled now or defuddled. Yeah, Bell.
I'll make this easy. I went
Good.
to grab my sling.
Yeah.
I dropped that. Oh yeah, you guys know where. Let me just give you a preview. I'm gonna have to spend a turn to put away my short sword, and then a turn to pull out a rock.
And so forth and so.
I'm gonna go crazy.
Caramore, do something impressive.
I'm actually going to try and fuddle Billy.
You go to a befuddled Billy. Yeah.
I'm going to befuddle Billy.
Now you're normally good at this spell, so come on.
This is the one spell Caramore seems to have any luck with. So let's see what happens.
Now you're like
yeah, see, that one works. It's obviously this is the only spell he paid attention in.
Exactly. I have a willpower check. I am successful, but it doesn't beat your 32, which means the bear is befuddled again.
And since his initiative is next, that's actually the right time to do it.
I was just about to say that was a perfect time to do it.
I apologize slightly because I'd already worked out in advance that was how that worked, that if I befuddled him, he'd just miss his turn on that round, even though he'd immediately get unbefuddled. But last round, I picked up my stick instead because it was more in character.
Can I just say, I'm just happy to let something work for you. That's that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ida, you're up.
Um,
This bear's going.
I'm going to back away from it.
Ooh, nice move.
I'm going to make sure that Carrymore's okay.
Okay, you
Caramel's absolutely chuffed.
Well,
He got a
Bella's
spell to
okay.
work.
and Brasive.
Brace's gonna throw his axe to the ground, and he's gonna just puff out his chest and start banging on it, roaring.
You're going to do what?
Essentially, he's put a defensive action or to get ready for the bear to attack him. So he's putting his axe to the ground, and he's just puff his chest and banging on his chest, just roaring like.
That sounds aggressive to me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
That's what
then.
you call aggressive behavior.
So this is turn combat round 3, turn 3. And Bell.
I take my short sword and put it in the sheath. That's turn 1 of 4 to get to what I want to do.
Caramore.
I don't have an action point, so carry on.
I haven't seen an aggressive hit, unless we want to count that Brasive is being
How
aggressive.
Abrasive, yeah.
It's more of aggressive in like if we were in a therapy situation, we would say you need to tone down your behavior because it's making it really hard to open up.
Yeah. The bear will say the bear is still befuddled. Ida. Is either Bell or Caramore injured in any way?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Just
some
Bell is not
no.
injured.
just their pride a bit.
I'm only asking because Ida said that she would look over both of them at the last round. So have you taken any damage? No.
I only have some frog blood on me.
Yeah.
A Froglodyte blood.
Cool. So Ida is going to try to dispel magic.
Which I don't think will work because I've done it to him before.
Yeah.
Um,
Flame
Maybe
strike
it's
might.
Well, he didn't have an effect on him before, but now he's been turned into something, so maybe there is an effect now.
Oh, nice
so
one.
Intensity 3. That'll be 2 turns, won't it? 3 turns.
Casting time 2. Casting time 2 actions, yeah. So 2 turns. So this is going to be turn 1. And Brasive.
Brasive is going to tackle in a grappling sense.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks really weird, this, because there's Brasive and a bear grappling in the marsh, and then the other 3 are just stood watching what's happening. It's a bit like mud wrestling.
I'll be taking bets now for who's going to win.
Yeah.
What would be funny is if a bear picks up his axe and hits him with it.
Let's just say it's not the first time Brace's been caught wrestling a bear in a hot spring. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say,
It's
like,
not
we
gonna
came from
die.
a town probably before this, and I like to think because I have a Thieves Guild training, it was a big city. So I'd like to think that our behavior before this was going to the bar and getting into shenanigans like this.
Yeah. Oh, you probably ran the betting on Brasive's grappling. And it's because you're in charge of the money. Yeah.
Who can take down a half fork? Anybody can, right?
Okay, then. So
This
here
time
you
was
go.
hopefully not a fumble. Come
This
on.
is unarmed.
I'm armed.
54, and I get to roll my.
Oh,
So
Ooh.
I actually, you come forward to try to grapple me, which actually breaks the befuddle spell, and you're sort of like, he's sort of like raring to go now. So we're coming up to round 4, turn 1. Bell.
I'd like to use my free action to talk to my friends who are just hanging out with me over here. My free action would be, so are we fighting him? And then with my action, I will take the pebble from my pocket and put it in the sling.
Now, just to let you know, I was reading this up in Classic Fantasy, which I think we're going to use all the time, but I don't think we use missile weapons in Mithras at all. Anyway, you can actually retrieve spent ammo. You make a perception check, and then depending on the perception check is how many bits of stone you get back. So I think it's sort of like 50% for a standard roll or something like that, or critical you get them all back.
It's a stone, isn't it? So when he's fired one, he'll go, oh, there it is. Oh, there's another one. And there's another one.
It might have implanted into somebody's head, though. You know,
if he gets an impale, then you need a knife in order to retrieve that.
Guys, I don't do that much damage with these.
No, you don't. That is true.
They bounce off the enemies.
Oh, Caramore. Come on, Caramore. Magic missile.
Can I just cheer for Bracef?
I mean, that's why.
Go Bracef.
That's why Bell asked the question.
Hey, Bracef, you're so cool. You're our half-orc fool. No, that's not.
See, if you were a bard, oh no, I'm sure there's a bard in here. Inspiration. You inspire your companions to increasing the difficulties of all skill by 1 grade for 1 scene for the cost of 3 magic points.
Bardic inspiration, the worst mechanic in the history of tabletop.
I'm glad Bracef is a fighter and not a berserker, because there are berserkers in Classic Fantasy. Yes, Calmore, what would you like to do? There's also cavaliers. And acrobats.
Ooh. I don't think at the moment I would like to do anything. I'm just going to follow the lead of my companions. So I'm going to wait and see what they do.
Okay, then.
You could bless me.
Maybe I have to bless his befuddle. I can cast that on you if you want.
So this bear is going to try to grapple you, Bracef. Cool. Its unarmed combat is the same as its combat skill.
How convenient.
So 40%. So you need to roll your combat style. I know you haven't got your weapon, but you still...
My regular combat style.
Yeah, just your regular. You got to beat a 40. Yes, you can see this really big hunking bear lashing out and trying to grab Bracef, and Bracef trying to grab and flip this bear. They seem to be locked in combat. And Ida.
Still casting.
Is this 2?
Mm-hmm.
So is it 2 turns to cast?
Yes.
Yeah, so it'll come off now.
Oh.
So spells always come off at the 39 will do. Do I have a resist?
Let me drag it up again for you.
Probably scroll up.
It's only 5 tiles up.
Oh no, it there's no resist because it just does the magnitude of the spell. You think that this bear is probably, it's more of an affliction rather than magic. Has Bracef got any magical items? That'd be funny.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That. Oh, is he just in his underpants? Bear wrestling.
No, he has his armor on.
It's up to you. We're to you now, Abrasive.
I'm going for the grapple again. I'm gonna win
Okay.
this.
Unarmed
Improve my
combat.
Come on, baby. Oh no.
Oh no. That's a
That might be
meme,
a-
isn't it?
Oh no, guys, no.
Oh,
Might be
now.
better if you re-rolled rather than.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's not
re-roll.
reversible.
I'm gonna re-roll. Use my
Re-
last point of luck.
Your last point of luck.
Actually, no. Okay, no. I got two. Never mind. But
Yeah, what? Okay, because what if he just swings his paw and tries to like cut your guts open? That's
yeah. Okay.
You want to have a luck point when that happens.
I got 2 luck points. If I had. All right. I'm doing it unarmed.
Oh!
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
I-
should never listen to me.
How dare you? You wasted my luck point.
Got him.
Belle, Caramore, and Ida, are you planning to do? I'll keep coming to you.
Anything.
I'll still come to you because I know Belle is loading.
And I actually lied to you last turn. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. So technically, I said that I took the pebble out of the pocket and put it in the sling. No, I took the pebble out of the pocket. Now I put it in the sling.
Why do you have a pink one and a yellow one?
Because pink is my reloading, and I don't know what the yellow is. I didn't put it there.
It's my patience.
I can
There you
take it
go.
away.
Oh, ouch! Was that you, Brasive? Caramore. I just.
I no idea whether there's anything useful I can do at all.
Do you have burning hands?
yes, but I can't cast it. We've demonstrated that already.
Yes,
Well, you can try again.
Get on the booty.
You've relit your pilot light now. You did that
Yeah.
just before we went for the. What's the
You're not
range
directly
on
in
it?
melee either. Like when you're under pressure, maybe that's when you struggle.
Yeah, burning
Now
hands
you're just on
only
the
has a
sidelines.
range
You could
of
walk
5
up
feet. So
We could make some barbecue.
It's
I mean,
about.
yeah. I mean, if I
Go and pull
if
that
I
sword out of
stood-
his foot.
if I stood this side of the bear, then I wouldn't catch Brasive with it. It would only be the bear. But then the bear would turn around and lock my head off, which is
The
less
bear's kind
good.
of distracted with me, I think. Imagine the bear sees me
Yeah,
above
I,
it, right?
I suspect that if I got the spell to work,
If he
a
set
big
his
jet
fire
of flame
on
might
fire.
attract its attention.
What's your
Oh,
movement?
to hell with it. To hell with it.
What's your movement?
What is my movement? I'm human. What is my movement? Is it 20?
It's just in your near where your magic points are. Should just be underneath there.
Shoot. Apparently my movement is recorded in Mithras meters, not in classic fantasy feet. So I don't know. what my
Hang on,
movement is.
hang on. Then let me. Oh, are you on the right? What's a normal human's movement?
20.
There you go.
Actually, I'm an elf, aren't I? Sorry.
I think it's only little
Well,
gnomes.
I mean, I've only got to move about 5 feet to get within range of burning hands on
Yeah,
burning
so you
hands of it,
so
haven't I?
you could do a
so yeah, I can,
so you could
I
do
can
a quick
that
move.
without too
Yeah.
much trouble. All right, then let's move forward and fail to cast burning hands. I'm
Yay!
going to regret. I don't know which I'm going to regret more, if this doesn't work or if it does.
We've got
Oh,
no
Bloody
in the
hell!
group.
He gets a crit 7. So how
the
many?
best crit you can get.
The best crit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crit 7. That's the top. How many magic points does it take?
I was on the page for this earlier on, and then I moved it. Let me just I think it's 3. Because I won't have upped the intensity on it because I didn't expect it to work. Um,
Okay, is it 3?
cost 3, yes.
Yeah, so you'll do half. You only use half of it now. So cantrips you cast for nothing if it crits. Anything higher than that, it's half.
Is that rounding down or up?
I always think, I know Mithras always rounds up, so you'll take 2. You'll use 2 instead of right. Do I have a resist?
You do indeed. It is resisted on evade.
Oh, nice. Mine's 104.
So he's going to resist then.
No, he fails because you have a crit.
Because I have a crit. Yeah, just barely.
Barely.
That's nice. That's what we like. That's what we like.
Barely.
Oh,
Okay. So
Look,
that is according to
barbecue.
Mythos Imperative, which has, I think, better damage than it had in Classic Fantasy. According to Classic Fantasy Imperative, that's 1d3 plus 1 points of damage to all hit locations.
Okay. Does armor count?
Dum, dum, dum. Hang on. I'm sure it says that. So worn armor does not protect, but magical armor or natural armor does. So I'm
Right.
guessing natural armor.
Natural armor. So how much damage per?
And that is a d3 plus 1. So
Ooh, to all areas.
Yep.
Nice.
Oops. It helps if I actually include the roll command when attempting to roll a die.
Whoosh. Brasive. So yours go, you see Calmon step up, puts his thumbs together and goes over this. Okay.
So it does pathetic damage.
Okay, so I actually have 3 points of armor, which is
I did nothing at all.
Apart from, I don't have 3 points of armor on my head. I don't have any armor on my head at all. So I actually take, was it 2 points damage?
At 2 points, yeah.
Okay. Right. So as this fire spread over this bear, singeing its fur and sort of like chopping through an ear or something, the bear sort of like lets out a mighty roar, and it's almost like gone into execution mode, and it goes and
oh gods, what have I done?
And on my so this is combat turn 2. It's not bothering to grapple you now, Brasive. It's just taking a swipe at you, and
taking my head off.
It will be hitting. It will be hitting you with.
I will try to parry its attack
with your unarmed. Yeah.
with my unarmed. Right. Yeah. So I do it unarmed.
Yeah.
I roll an unarmed. Not
yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't have your weapon at the moment, don't you? So we both have a success. So I think we'll both be. My claw is large, and what's your? You have little fists, won't you?
Well, I'm pretty big size. I'm size 18, so
tiny little fists.
They're very normal fists. I don't. What are you talking about? These
Huge
hands
body.
are very beautiful.
Toddler
I have a
hands.
very big old body. A lot of people talk about how great this body is. Very good.
It's almost like this character is almost directly the opposite of Cyrus, isn't it?
Same hand size though.
What are you? Sorry.
I'm half orc.
What's the size of your face?
I don't know, the pretty large fist.
Oh, it says in here that my reach is large. My claw is huge.
Oh.
So what are your I think this is I still think your fist, well, even if it should normally be small, but even if it's medium because of your chunky size, then it's still going to be one size less. So you'll deflect half of this damage as it comes into you.
Okay.
So you are going to this is coming into your 2. It's going to scrape a leg. This is
Whoa.
My right leg.
8 points of damage. So you take half of that.
Okay.
Which would be 4 points.
I'm good, guys. Don't worry.
Did it get through any armor?
No, it did not.
What armor?
I'm not naked, guys.
Yeah, we taped like a breastplate to him.
Yeah.
I have chain link armor.
So you you feel the did you all hover over that 8, by the way?
I did, yeah.
Yep.
Can you see what my damage modifier is?
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Caramel is just sort of going, okay, I'm just stepping.
Wasn't me.
Ida, so you see Caramel singe this bear, and that seems to have made this bear ultra mad. He seems to be going all over the place, and he sort of like strikes out and scrapes across Brace's leg, and you just see it. You just see the claw etch out 3 claw marks across his scale mail. Is that what you're wearing, Brasive?
It says chainmail, but I'm
chainmail. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, it's your turn, Ida.
I don't want to hurt this bear because it's Billy.
Oh,
but I don't want to see my friends die either.
Callum, yeah. I must say, Brasive dropped his axe and was grappling it, and then Calmore tried to barbecue it.
Aren't you glad I'm here? Somebody had to piss the bear off.
Maybe if we told Caramel and said, "Look, now we're friends."
Yeah, that might
work. What would you like to do?
Why have I got cure fatigue if we don't get fatigued?
Because things like bleed, you don't have it. After X amount of combat turns, but you still get fatigue. Tire is a cantrip, isn't it, that you can do?
It probably will be about it. I can't do anything, so I'm gonna
go to Diva.
I'm gonna do the yes. Sorry.
Brasive, you're up.
Brace is going in for the grapple again.
Okay. An armed attack. Ooh. Nice.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I get to do it with my combat style.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. We're coming to still combat round 4, turn 3. Bell.
And then I spin my sling several times to pick up speed.
And Caramore.
That didn't work. I'm going to come back over here.
I don't have any action points left. Even though I have 3, because
That's a good point. I'm not going to come back over there because I don't have any action points.
Oh, you don't
I'm
have it?
still stood behind the bear.
And I can't act, and Ida.
You know what? I'm going to cast Bless
On the bear.
on the bear. It's a 25-foot emanation from me. So that should get abrasive, hopefully.
Yeah, it gets
Well,
half
range.
the swamp. I think, what did you say? 25-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets half the swamp, so you're fine. So Caramore and Belle, you'll get it as well.
So it says intensity cost verified. So if I do 1 intensity, three intensity for 4 minimal channel skill rolls. Right. It's not what I was hoping for. It makes no sense. The more intensity I spend, the easier the roll is for you, rather than just being. Okay, well, 1 intensity anyway. Yeah, I am too. No.
What do I do?
What's
What benefit
the-
does it give me?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Ida,
backwards.
if we reverse that roll, you get a crit.
This is bless, isn't it? So all
Yes.
allies within the spell radius receive plus 5% to all skills and resistance roll. In addition, their weapons cause 1d3 more damage to intelligent undead. So brasive,
Ignore that. Yeah.
brasive, you'll get a plus 5 augment roll.
Okay.
And I will reverse that to only use half my casting. I use point of luck.
So which intensity did you? What's the bit about the intensity?
Well, that's what I don't understand.
That's not supposed to be there.
No.
Looking at that, that's from the augury. That's the table for the effect
Yeah.
table from the augury spell.
Somehow
That's
right.
what
mixed
it
into
is.
bless.
With that.
Yeah.
So
I was just pondering whether or not the bear gets it.
Because it's an ally or not, yeah.
he's an ex-ally.
In human form, he would be blessed.
Yeah.
We're prejudiced against magical animals.
And
We're just not friends with them. We're not like
No.
prejudiced or anything. It's just
And-
we're not friends.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you want me to cast my other one on him then, so he gets it? A curse.
no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Brasive, if you have any action points left.
I think I do. I try to think back this round what I've done. Well, I think I only used 2.
Hmm.
One
block.
attempted attack and then one block. So yeah, I think it should be good.
So did you not attack on? So the first turn you did an action. Second turn you blocked. You blocked my attack, and then you did your grapple, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. So I used all 3.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
the same. Who's doing black magic? We
Farting.
Bell. Actually,
Oh, right.
we're in round 5 and it's gone 10 o'clock, so we'll leave it there. Who's doing all the black magic going all over the place? Is it Caramon
Yes.
with visions of grandeur? So-
I think Brasive gave us a warning earlier with his hand signs, and now that warning has come to fruition.
Right.
You gotta go and you gotta go, guys.
So bless is up. Ida's tried to be nice to this bear. Brasive, I have to give you you've tried to be nice to this bear as well. You're still trying to take it out. Calmore, you singed it. Yeah, and when we
God, it looked cold.
will you be able to fire in combat round 5?
Yep,
Bell.
I think we're ending this session with me just about to roll that dice. This pebble has come out of my sling and it's moving forward, and credits.
and it's frozen at that. I do like it in combat. Combat never seems to be. It seems to be enough detail. It doesn't seem to be a bore. There seems to be a lot going on, but it just takes up the whole session. We'll do some talking next time. There we go. Okay, then. So we will leave it there, and we will come back next week at combat round 5, turn 1, to see whether or not Billy can be cured or defeated. We'll see what's actually happening.